Okay, so I was cleaning the house and I was moving stuff around, and I realized that there's something about static electricity. Uh, there's this one guy that makes a shirt. It's called Imaginary Foundation, and there's something about that shirt that's very static electricity. And for a while, I wasn't very comfortable with it, but I'm learning something about static electricity that's very awesome. I've had a few mediums tell me that I've actually been struck by lightning as a child, and that's why I can't remember like the first like 10, 11 years of my life. Like I really honestly can only remember bits and pieces, like flashes, as if it were just a dream or something, you know? I don't even recognize myself in the photos that I see of myself. Um, and I've always been really attracted to storms, really attracted to lightning. I've always been super excited about storms. I can usually tell a storm is coming, like sometimes a week ahead of time. Usually like 2 or 3 days ahead of time, I can tell when a storm is coming, and I'll feel like my actual like my electrons, as if they leave my skin because they're so attracted to the storm. Um, and there's something about flexing, something about being super concentrated that actually releases that energy, that electron energy. It's like it creates your aura to be bigger or more attracted to what it is you really want when you choose to use positivity and excitement and not be drowning in sorrow or pity or something like that. So I went outside and I was raking up the leaves outside, and I was like, almost like shuffleboard or something. I'm just kind of like shuffling the broom, and I did something. What did I do? I I was talking to myself, like, I could kind of hear my own thoughts in the sky, and it was like, they keep telling me on the wind element, and I was like, just moving with stuff, and then I like was talking, and then I was just super like animated, and I was like, the wind, and I went like this, and it was like all this wind gushed in, and then I like kind of spun around and moved around like this, and it was like all this wind moved, and I was like, what? This is so awesome. There is something about static electricity, about being super excited, about being totally positive about that item, that scientific item. There's something about that that really connects you to absolutely everything. And a lot of people freak out about lightning. A lot of people freak out in general about too much electricity. And what I'm realizing is that I like severe clothing sometimes. I like super saturated colors, and I like Imagination Foundation, or Imaginary Foundation, whatever it's called, because the clothing colors are so severe. They're so powerful and magical. It's the cosmos. That's why I like the cosmos so much. It's like this saturation of like all this energy that just makes it so awesome. Um, yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about with static electricity. I always feel so much more comfortable around a lot of energy, and I think that's something that I feared a lot as a child. Was a lot of energy. I've always been super, super sensitive to frequencies, energy, place with a lot of lights, with a lot of sound, with a lot of movement. And what I'm realizing now is I'm actually coming into myself, and by being comfortable with that strike of lightning as a child, I am now realizing that I am that energy. I am that static electricity. I am that high energy, super excited, super hyper energetic person. That's who I am. And I was trying to like slow it down and calm down by eating like certain items, and trying to slow my system down. And then when I did that, I realized I was super uncomfortable with that frequency. Whatever that frequency is, it was too slow for my system. So by eating whatever it is that makes me super, super comfortable in my own skin, which is being super hyper, super concentrated, super happy, and like moving around and looking a little severe, it's not scary at all. It's like super, it's like this is my DNA genetic makeup. And by trying to do things that don't mesh well with my own frequency, I literally am battling my own self because it's not what my system really wants. So yeah, I'm trying to listen to my system a little bit better. Uh, it's like I either have to move fast or I have to wear severe clothing, or like the two combined. I literally have certain fabrics in my own house that like create static electricity just so I can feel more comfortable in my own system, in my own heart, because my heart can tell when something is not right, when something doesn't feel right, it's not the right frequency. So instead of trying to fight it like I was before, I have now accepted the fact that this is a very high energy field that I have here, and this is a very high energy field that I have here. So now I'm playing with static electricity to push my system, I suppose, to find that balance, I think that's the reason why I continually like to try new things with more color. I like the color orange, like a volcanic orange, and like a lilac, because it's got this concentrated burst of power, like of energy, that just excites me to look at it. Like just by looking at the color, I literally feel better in my own skin. I think that's the reason why I like the idea of Atlantis, the idea of like all these ancient things, and all I can think about is the cosmos and how they had so much energy and power with frequencies and energies. And I know that we can actually see them. I know there's a possibility to be able to see these because I can see somewhat those colors. So if I can see that somewhat, then there's got to be a way that people can actually see these on a level that everyone can see it. You know what I mean? Like not just me. Everyone else should be able to see it too. And so I think that by me realizing this about my own systems operating inside of me, I can literally use that emotion, use that powerful, positive, exciting emotion to move those colors and that concentrated, saturated awesomeness like through my own system and grab it and then like put it in the system around me. So I'm now experimenting with that. The little scientist inside of me is experimenting with that. So I'll keep you updated on the colors with that, because that is like really exciting right now. So that was all I had to say. Thank you for watching.